Welcome, huge movie fanatic Nate, stopping on by. This time I'm coming your way for something that I've done before, but I don't do too terribly often on this channel. I suspect it might, these kind of showcasings might ramp up in coming, weeks or months or whatever, as I'm kind of, this particular record actually kind of got me back into a little bit of spinning that old vinyl. I actually found this at Half Price Books recently for a relatively decent price, and being a big fan of Airport, I get to be more and more bigger a fan of this movie as time goes on, and pretty much every time there's a blizzard I have to more or less watch Airport. Stopping on by to showcase what I can only assume is the original vinyl record release of the soundtrack from 1970. I got this at Half Price Books for a really decent price. It actually made me dust out, or take out and dust off my my Sony record player that I got, I think, in 2002, and actually kind of got me back into spinning some vinyl, which is kind of fun, which actually resulted in me to get some more of these Half Price soundtracks that you may see, most likely will see me showcase on the channel as well. But yeah, I've been a fan of Airport for quite a long time, and for some reason I did find this album on Apple Music years ago, but when I saw this at Half Price, I'm like, how cool is that? And since it was such a decent price, I'm like, why don't I just get it just to kind of have it? But I actually found myself just playing this over and over, and I'm luckily like it doesn't have one skip, which is amazing. If this is from 1970, if I'm holding something that was manufactured in 1970, how could it all these decades later, not have a single skip? It plays through fine. I found myself just putting this on. Last year I actually got like these really cheap Amazon, they might be actually manufactured by Amazon or something for the website, these really cheap like $30-something speakers, which are like Bluetooth desktop speakers that actually have an auxiliary input. So actually, I got the record player off where it was been sitting for so many years, and put it somewhere and connected it to these two little speakers, one's on either side of it. And I've been just having fun with the playing some vinyl records since I got this. And I played this so many times. I'll just be around the house and I got to do this or that or whatever. It's got so many like tracks that are like these kind of romantic, slow kind of track. I think there's like 3 or 4 or 5 slow kind of romantic-ish kind of tracks that are just really kind of nice background, easy listening. It's just so much fun. This was $5. This was some of the best $5 I've ever spent. I find myself wanting to just listen to this over and over. It's just so cool. And one thing I will say about the cover, taking a closer look at the front cover, I find the front cover to be more or less kind of uninspired. Like, Jesus Christ, this is all they could come up with. This kind of looks like a what kind of a stain on the runway there, and it's just this monochrome silvery, I don't quite understand who decided to have this be the front cover for the the soundtrack album for Airport. Top corner, you can see there catalog number DL 79173 in stereo, 1970 stereo, original soundtrack album, a Ross Hunter production, Airport, a Universal picture. But again, this oh, look at it, okay, it is kind of accurate. It's runway 22, so I guess it's accurate in that sense. But this runway looks like it's not particularly during the winter time. It looks like it's not even a picture of a runway during the winter. Of course, the movie famously takes place during a blizzard, and that's what causes so much of the problems, or so much of a decent amount of the problems in the movie. So not exactly sure why. I didn't even realize that, I don't think, until just now, that this is not a blizzard or whatever. And I think the whole movie also takes place at night, and of course you can't really take a picture of the airport at night per se from a height or anything. You could do it on a tripod and do an timed exposure, but harder to do at altitude. So Yeah, not thrilled with the cover art. The album's absolutely amazing. I love the album and I just play it over and over and over. But the cover art leaves a little bit to be desired. Bottom corner there you can see the Decca Records logo from that they were using in 1970. Taking a look at the back cover, yeah, this is kind of interesting. Gonna be interesting how to showcase this. I don't know how you're gonna be able to see the smaller print. On the top we've got original soundtrack album, catalog number, and unlike the front, which simply says stereo, this has catalog number and says Decca stereo. So it's not just stereo, it's Decca stereo. You've got your kind of abbreviated credit information in the center there. Got your stars on the right and left and bottom and stuff. This layout is more of what you'd expect from 1970, so it's very 1970 appropriate there. You've got Jean Seberg looking very serious there. She's the only one who's like kind of, no, this, oh God, everyone on the bottom isn't smiling. There's a lot of people who aren't smiling. You've got Jacqueline Bisset looking incredibly striking there in her picture. Got the Decca Records logo once again. You can see under that Decca, copyright Decca Records, a division of MCA Incorporated, 1970. So I can only assume, I mean, this record is from 1970. I just can't believe that that a record manufactured all them decades ago, before I was even born, it just plays through flawlessly. That's just so cool. As you can see here, as you might be able to see here, I'll try to make you be able to see it. We've got your side 1 and side 2. Side 1 features Airport. It just says Airport. It's the opening title sequence. Then you've got, I don't know, it's interesting how they put Airport Love Theme. Why they can't just put love, it's not just a love theme, it's the Airport Love Theme. Then you've got Inez, how do you pronounce that? Inez Theme. And then you've got Guerrero's Goodbye, and then Ada Quonset Stowaway, exclamation point. And here's what I mean, Mel and Tanya. So like Airport Love Theme and Mel and Tanya are like two romantic themes, which I love. I love all the music on this movie. It's just, like I say, some of the best $5 I ever spent. This album is so much fun. Side 2, Airport Love Theme, once again, I don't know, I can only assume it's like a different version of it. Then you've got Joe Patroni, Plane or Plows, question mark. Triangle, exclamation point. Inez, Lost Forever. Then you've got Emergency Landing, that's the exciting music from the ending, exclamation point. And then Airport. And so side 1, the beginning is Airport, side 2, the end is Airport. But it's basically the music that is the final, that is played over the final portions of the movie. Underneath that you can say published by Shamley Music Corporation. Underneath that you can see, well, you might be able to see Decca Stereo Records can be safely played on today's, meaning 1970, today's monorail phonographs to the maximum sound capacities of your equipment, yet will reveal full stereo listening quality when played on stereo phonographs. Decca Records, a division of MCA Incorporated, New York, New York, USA. The dust sleeve for this particular record actually is a Decca branded one. It's really cool that this wasn't, in all the decades since this has been manufactured and purchased, that this is still, included with this particular version that I've got. Not sure as hell not gonna read all this stuff, just want to show you the overview of this. Looks like you've got all kinds of different genres that Decca Records offers. Folk, spoken word, country, and western. Organ, instrumentalists, and piano. In 1970, a new world of sound on ... Decca. Then you've got the other side of the dust sleeve here. We've got Hawaiian music, the best of the best, deluxe album sets, vocal, classical, children's music, movie and Broadway, and dance music. What's on movie and Broadway? Nothing I can really see. Some Julie Andrews movie. They also got The King and I. Okay. taking a look at the actual record label itself. In this case, we've got side 1, Decca Stereo. Like I say, it's not just stereo, it's Decca Stereo. Got some information on the top there. Yeah, patent office stuff. Wow, yeah, see, this is 1970, man. Airport soundtrack and a Universal picture. I don't think this is Alfred Newman even mentioned on the cover? On the front or back of the cover? I didn't even remember seeing his name. It had to have been. Music composed and conducted by Alfred Newman. And if I'm not mistaken, this might very well be the last music he did for a movie before he died. I got that. I'm not exactly sure if I'm correct in that, but I may very well be. You've got, interesting, you've got like the same catalog number, but then another one underneath it, DL79173, and then 7-12356. They missed 4. They missed 4 there. As you can see side 1, you can see all the tracks that I already talked about on side 1, but in this case you've got also their the running time as well. Got other information there. The ultimate in high fidelity long play, you've got your little yin and yang logo there. Then you've got your side 2 here, which is very similar to side 1, except it says side 2, and you've also got your side 2 track listings, and also the running times of those track listings. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm looking on the back there. It's really surprising how it's really so small, but it does say music composed and conducted by Alfred Newman. It's just a part of basically the abbreviated credits. I don't think his name's not on the front cover at all, but kind of a shame. But yeah, $5 brought this huge movie fanatic a lot of joy in the shape of this original vinyl LP record release of the soundtrack to the 1970 smash hit Airport. And yeah, it's actually a really kind of a nice album, honestly. A really nice mix of romantic, smooth, mellow kind of tracks, and a nice little amount of your exciting, airport music and stuff. Really nice, mesh of tracks, honestly. So I guess that'll pretty much do it for my showcasing of what I just showcased. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, I'll catch you on the next video.